it should be noted, Jonathan, that so much information has surfaced over the past 4 years regarding the lies, the deceit, the hiding of information, the forging of research papers and test procedures.
Right.
Everything possible was done in order to bring about a police state type reality in most Western countries. We know today it was based on lies and not on nothing factual, and we also know that those injections were anything but safe and effective, anything but. In fact, they were much worse than worthless.
Well, here's a question for you, Rav. Here's a question.
It's impossible to believe they won't do it again.
No, correct. But here's a question. Why is it that the list of side effects patients that have occurred all across the West, at least, is considered classified information? We have the situation in Israel right now. I've been asking questions repeatedly over why this epidemiological information is secret. If they have nothing to hide, why don't they release it to the public? That is to say, the number of patients that suffered serious side effects from this poison that was injected into them under the guise of being a vaccine. Why? Because I think if people actually did find out how many people were actually seriously harmed by this, well, field trial of an unproven drug, there would be serious political consequences to the government that instituted this mass inoculation effort.
Current estimates amongst those who are well informed and in the know are that between 13 and 17 million people worldwide died as a direct result of those inoculations. That does not even begin to take into account the numbers of people who didn't die but were very seriously affected, such as people, for example, who had massive blood clotting in their legs and had to have their legs amputated.
Or myocarditis, and youngsters with myocarditis suffering, suffering heart attacks and dying.
Pericarditis, myocarditis
as well, yes,
etc. I myself know of such examples from personal experience. I know of a young man who was at the time 23 years old. His parents, both of whom were in the field of, his mother is a doctor of biology, and his father is also very well versed in these things, and they told him, under no circumstances take this, do not allow yourself to be inoculated with this substance. But because of social pressure, all his friends were doing it, he went along with it. I know this family personally. This is not a story third hand or something. I heard this from the parents. And I've known these people for 25 years. Their son, who was just completed his military service in the Israeli army, young, fit, combat soldier in the peak of health, he was rushed to hospital 3 times in the wake of the 2 doses of this untested, untried, or it was in fact tried, by the way. It's not even true it wasn't tried. It was tried, and the results were so devastating that they were
disastrous.
They were hidden.
Disastrous.
They were hidden. That's why they won't tell you.
Yes.
That's why they won't give you the facts and the figures. At any rate, he was rushed to hospital on 3 occasions. Twice when he was in near Yerushalayim, near Jerusalem. Once when he was in Tel Aviv, because of blurry vision, heart palpitations, irregular heartbeat, and the like. And one of the doctors, in one case, said to the father, "I know and you know what caused this, but I'm not allowed to write it down in my report."
Correct. Well, Well, in New York, when we were living there, there was a scandal that was finally uncovered there, where if a person, for example, was run over by a bus and left scattered, his limbs were left scattered across the streets, and after being assembled, were taken for pathology, and he was found to have corona. His cause of death was put down as corona.
Yes, this is well,
And the
well
hospital
known,
received,
unfortunately.
right, and the hospital received $10,000 to $15,000 from the government as a result.